People were saying to me, like, why are you concentrating on this? Like, this is some stuff that's happening at universities. Why is this even why are you obsessed with this? And I said, because this is going to spill over into society.
Exactly.
Like, you don't see this?
Yeah.
It's like if we have barbarians that land in Hawaii and they start attacking, marauding, and they get in their boats and they start moving towards America. And you go like, well, hey, I think this is coming here. Like, why are you concentrating on that?
Exactly.
This is only happening in Hawaii.
Yeah.
No, they're fucking in the boats now, kids.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
in the boats, and now they've hit land.
Yep.
And now they're burning through tech industry. They're burning through so many corporations.
Yeah.
Because all this craziness is an accepted ideology in universities. So you let these children get away from their parents. Fuck my mom and dad. My mom and dad are bullshit, and they're racist and fascist and this and that. And then they go to school, which their mom and dad paid for probably, or they got crazy student loans that they can never get away from. And then they infect these corporations. So you have these people that are in their 50s and 60s that are running these corporations go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
This is crazy. You want a litter box in the bathroom?
Yeah.
What? And
Yeah.
that's happening in tech companies too.
Yep.
Stopping it there, and welcome to Mika Reaction Reviews. We're reacting to things on the internet, and we are reacting to Joe Rogan and Tulsi Gabbard talking about the woke tech industry. Before we get into my commentary, if you are watching this video, welcome. That means I am back on the platform after 2-week ban because your girl got another strike. I'm gonna make a totally different video talking about that. I still have about a month or so until the other second strike goes away, so there is still a risk that my channel might disappear. So please follow me on all the alternative links that I have down below because they're trying to get rid of the girl. But I will keep posting as much as I can. But for the next couple of months at least, I'm going to keep subjects light on this channel, but still apropos for this channel. Because you just gotta work smarter, not harder. And so anyway, going to the woke tech stuff, he's mentioned the litter box in the tech industry. Not far-fetched, because if you remember, if you identify as an animal, as your pronoun, that is seen as under the queer umbrella, which is protected by human rights, civil rights, hate crimes and stuff like that. And so you have to honor and respect someone's identity if they identify as a cat. Meow.
So now we are seeing kids that are identifying as animals going to school, and they are purring instead of answering questions, and they meow, and the teachers are not allowed to question it because it's considered a queer identity.
So you have kids that are going to school and they're saying, I'm a cat. And the teachers have to affirm them as a cat.
Yes. So it's
So
not
schools
just
are
the
like
young ones.
literal zoos now, basically.
They are.
I am a 27-year-old transgender woman. I am a wolf-therian and a member of the furry fandom.
When and how did you discover this inner wolfness?
Probably around age 10 or 11. I was watching an anime about wolves and see the wolf running across the screen, and I'm somehow just intrinsically like, oh, that's me.
And I totally agree with him. It's definitely spilled out in the real world, and I am a little bit annoyed where people just act like it's not a big deal because it hasn't arrived at their doorstep yet, right? And that's usually the only time people actually care, when it affects their kids, when it affects their life, when it affects their household, when it affects their job. But guess what? Once it's at your doorstep, that means it's too late, right? And you only have yourselves to blame a lot of the times when you just go, oh, it's not a big deal, I'll just ignore it. It's the same thing when it comes to the rapid onset gender dysphoria that's going on right now, the social contagion we see on TikTok. You keep hearing these people go, but it's not so many. I mean, how many people are actually, how many kids is this really affecting? And then you don't care until it's your kid, until it's yours in your schools, and then you care, right? You have to realize we're all connected, and you should when you see something happening, you should care about it before it's actually affecting your life to the point where it's irreversible. There's not much you can do about it. To the point where you're, losing your job because you're saying the wrong things, right? To the point where you can't speak up in universities anymore. It's got to the point where it is almost to the point where it is too late because people kept sitting on their ass going, oh, it's a slippery slope fallacy. Oh, it doesn't really affect me, so why should I care? Well, it's going to affect you eventually. So it has spilled out into the real world, unfortunately, and I just think it's going to start to get worse and worse and worse. We do have Elon Musk taking over Twitter. We'll see what happens. I believe Kanye West is already back. I mean, by the time you see this video, that's old news if that's actually true, but I agree with him. And I also want to say, I love to see Tulsi Gabbard on Joe Rogan. And I also have to say, I was a bit disappointed when I make my video about Tulsi Gabbard when she made the whole announcement that she was moving away from the Democratic Party. I am really disappointed in the tribalism and the way people reacted to her, saying, oh, well, she voted this way or she did this, so I don't accept her. When someone comes to the table to have a conversation, you should welcome them to the table because that's the only way that the division is ever going to go away. If you participate in tribalism, if you participate in division, you are part of the problem, including myself. But anyway, we're getting right back into the video. Let's go.
I've talked to a number of different CEOs who've very clearly expressed that their biggest headache in life is with their HR departments.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to like, what in the world are we doing here? That's what, we started this by saying like, how did we get here? Yeah. What you just outlined is exactly how we got here. So much of this has been happening already, for decades in some of these incredibly, I don't even know what you call them, in a lot of the universities. And then you start seeing it, okay, well, here's the boundary today. Okay, cool, got that. We're going to shift it. We're going to shift the goalpost. Okay, cool, got that. We're going to shift the goalpost. We're going to shift the goalpost.
It never ends.
It doesn't.
It never ends.
And that...
Yes, and the thing with the shifting of the boundaries and the goalposts is that it happens so rapidly that they don't even give you the chance to catch up. If you're not on it as quick as they're on it, then you are all the labels, right? You're the racist, you're the homophobic, you're the transphobic, all these labels, right? It's even when it comes to being, if you do have gender dysphoria and you feel like you were born in the wrong body, a lot of times it takes you time to even come to terms with that, with your own gender identity. But you aren't allowing anyone else time. No one else gets forgiveness. No one else gets space. But it took you time. It took us this amount of time to even get to the point where we have gay marriage and gay rights and we're all accepting of that, right? But now it's like, no, you have no time. You're either here immediately when we snap our fingers, you either understand all of the fucking pronouns of zing and zang and zir right now, or you're transphobic. You're all of these labels, right? Because it's not that they want to progress or bring people to the table and let's accept all these identities. They just want to find ways to have more control over you. Let's build more labels, more division, more boundaries, more separation, more rules. And if you're not on it like this, then we have something else that we can classify you as. We can now label you a hateful person because you didn't get the memo that things have changed now. Right? It's just a way to have control. It's just a way to be able to hover things over you, to demonize you and all those things. It's not because they want everyone to be able to express themselves and have their own identities, because again, if that was true, when people would detransition, the same community that welcomed them wouldn't be the same community that's trying to destroy their lives. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's continue.
That's where the thing that people warned against in the past, but it's hard to imagine that it would be possible, certainly within our lifetimes, the normalization of
yes,
what you said, the minor attracted persons, and don't stigmatize that. We're all people. We should all be allowed to celebrate ourselves and all this other crap. We're talking about kids. Yeah. And how a lot of these same people who are saying, hey, if you refuse to use pronouns, you're fired. A friend of mine in a huge New York law firm, corporate policy is you have to put your pronouns in your email signature block or you will have to talk to the HR department. And he's like one of the partners at this law firm. He's like, this is bullshit.
I hate to use this term, but I have to because this is YouTube. And again, I'm on thin ice. The whole MAPS world, the minor attracted person world, that I can't even talk about. Like, that's something I can't even, like, I want to make a video about it, and when I do, most likely it will be on my Speak Freely channel and my Rumble account. But like, it's so infuriating that there's actually activists out there pushing this to be a normalized thing. And I want to make it really clear, these activists might hide under the rainbow umbrella or the queer community, but they're not that. Majority of people in the queer community who identify as LGBTQ+ do not agree with that, but they hide under that because, again, you can't talk about it. You will get deleted. Your channel will be disappear because you're literally advocating for the protection of children. But let's continue.
Now, why do they make that distinction? Why? What kind of pressure force them into having something as crazy as, like, you have to have your pronouns?
I don't know. I think that it's driven by fear.
But what
all of this is driven
percentage
by
of
fear.
the people are having a problem identifying someone without pronouns?
Yeah.
Like, how many people are we talking about?
I would imagine it's a very small number.
It's a very small number. It just, the number of people that identify as trans is higher than it's ever been before, which is really weird. That's not consistent. And you could say, well, it's because they feel comfortable doing that because it's an accepted part of society. Like, maybe. But according to Abigail Schreier, who wrote that book, Irreversible Damage,
right,
with young girls, it's up an extraordinary amount, like a preposterous amount, where they have these clusters of girls who identify as trans in school, where you get like 8, 9 kids that just all in a friend group identify as trans. And she's like, there's a very distinct possibility that this is a social contagion, and that there are, and without the denying that some people are trans, because there are, but it's like, how do you know now? Because this is one of those incredibly bizarre human issues where it's open to interpretation. Like, this guy or woman, whatever, with the giant rubber boobs can just say that they are a woman, and everyone has to back off because of that. Because of a lack of an ability to prove something, now you're in this area where it's open to how someone feels.
Exactly.
And that you could just decide, well, that's how you get male prisoners who go into female prisons and impregnate inmates.
Exactly.
Which is so crazy. That's how you get male athletes who want to compete in women's sports, and when the women complain, they get kicked off the team.
Exactly.
And forced out of the locker room, which we're seeing. Which is nuts, because it's just how you feel.
That's it, guys. So I'm just gonna say this for the YouTube gods. Thought that was Joe Rogan's opinion, not my own. But if you guys follow me long enough, you know what my opinion is when it comes to the conversation he just ended that clip with. Yeah, I think the reason why, though, that people would require to have pronouns in their bio, not that people can identify what someone, you know, outwardly gender expression is because, like, it's the goalposts that have been moved. You can have a full beard, completely present as one of the most masculine looking men in the world, and still identify as a woman. And so, yeah, for most normie people, they do need the pronoun to realize that is what you're identifying with. And I think it sucks if it's mandatory. However, it might keep you from losing your job from mispronouncing someone if it is in their bio, if you cannot tell from their outwardly presentation of whatever their gender expression is. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this video. I'm sorry about if I feel like I'm sort of walking on eggshells a little bit. I'm gonna just do it a little bit, not too much, but for the next couple of months, because any moment now, my channel, my entire channel, can be yeeted off this platform. I do have to be a bit more careful, but hopefully you guys understand. Anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, what I said, what they said in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell to get notifications when I do upload. All that really does help with the algorithm, guys. And if you'd like to support this channel even further, you can donate. My PayPal link is in the description box below and also in the comment section. Of course it helps, but you don't have to. You can just like, comment, subscribe. Another great way to support this channel is either join my brand membership program, different levels, different tiers, different perks, or you can visit my brand merch shop, links down below, and links to all of the eternal platforms I have, including my Discord, my Rumble, my Odyssey, my Twitter, and all the other links to all of my other YouTube channels are always in the link down below. And I usually don't push this, but I implore you to please go follow me on all the other avenues, just in case I disappear, right? And if you like, you can super thanks. I also have a second travel vlog channel. I travel as a lifestyle or I live abroad. If you'd like to know where I am in the world, you can go in the description box below and also in the comments section. Hit the link, go subscribe to my travel vlog channel and or follow me on my travel Instagram. My stories are usually what's most up to date, and you guys have an amazing day.